Good morning, kindergartners. We are going to work on handwriting without tears, our letter D this morning, our uppercase letter D. So I am going to start out by showing you the wooden pieces on our blue mat here. What you will need today are your chalkboard piece, your sponge, little bit sponge, and your little dry cloth. You'll also need your letters and numbers for me workbook. And so let's go ahead and start with watching Miss Robin do the letter D on our blue mat. So we have a big line down. Remember, we start at that starting corner. Big line down, big curve. So we have starting corner, big line down, frog jump back up to starting corner, big curve. All right, I'm going to set this aside and get my chalkboard. And at this time, if you don't have it ready, you can get your chalkboard ready. You can get your piece of chalk and your sponge. Make sure it's a little bit wet, damp. And your eraser. So you can use either this eraser that I included, or you can get a little piece of washcloth. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. Starting corner. Go ahead and pick up your chalk. Take your thumb and your pointer finger. Rest your chalk on your middle finger, your two fingers back, and then you're ready to write. Starting corner. Big line down. Frog jump back up to the top. Big curve. Okay, then we're going to take our sponge. We're going to start at the starting corner. Big line down. Frog jump back up. Big curve. Now you're going to take your eraser and you're going to dry. Starting corner. Big line down. Frog jump back up to the top. Big curve. Now you can take your chalk and do another one. Starting corner, big line down, frog jump back up, big curve. Let's go ahead and set our chalkboard aside and our materials and get your letters and numbers for me. And we're going to work on the top half of page 10. So go ahead and turn to page 10. You'll need your letters and numbers for me and your pencil. First, we're going to begin by taking our pointer finger and going over the letter D with our pointer finger. So big line down, frog jump back up, big curve. And then remember what Miss Robin showed you, those wooden letter pieces on the big mat. So there's big line down, and then we have big curve. So big line down, big curve. And then we just did our chalkboard with the letter with the chalk. So we did our big line down, frog jump back up to the top, big curve, and that was on our chalkboard. You're going to go ahead and get your pencil, and we're going to copy the letter D's. So make sure you hold your pencil ready to write. Thumb and pointer finger grip onto the pencil. Let the pencil rest on your middle finger. Two fingers back, and we're ready to write. So copy D. You're going to start at the starting corner, this second gray block. Big line down, frog jump back up to the top, big curve. Continue copying. Big line down, frog jump back up, big curve. Next one. Starting corner, big line down, frog jump back up to the top, big curve. Last one, this one does not have a gray block or a starting corner, so you're going to do this one without that gray block. You can make a little dot right here at the top if you'd like for your starting corner. Big line down, frog jump back up, big curve. Please have an adult check your letter D's and see if they're all done properly. You can always use the eraser to erase if you made a mistake. Have your adult check off here, and then you can show me at your small group or at your teacher's small group if they ask you to show your work. Here is a deer. So we have capital D, E-E-R spells deer. You can color the deer with your coloring materials. And thank you for joining me today, kindergartners, for our letter D lesson.